Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and as you can see, we have the 420 patch notes. Well, it's the 420 maintenance notice, but we have the patch notes as well. So we're gonna be diving into that because this is a massive patch note. Like it is actually one of the longest ones I've seen in quite a while. Okay, so let's go into the maintenance notice here for all of you future fight addicts like myself that when the game goes down, you basically go through withdrawals. It's gonna be going down for 6.5 hours if everything stays on schedule. Expect some type of delay though. It's always nice to expect some delay so you don't lose your mind. It's gonna be going down 4 p.m. PDT, and it will be coming back up around 11:30, maybe 12 p.m. PDT. So just calculate that in your own time. We're getting one new hero. We're getting 6 new uniforms, 7 potential characters. Well, some characters are getting their potential realization, and Mephisto is getting his tier 3. We're getting the Thing, Invisible Woman, and Human Torch getting their awakening / transcendence. The CTP of Judgment can now be reforged. People were speculating that it would be like Authority next or Rage or what have you. It's actually Judgment, so that's interesting. We'll take a look at that as well. They're reforming the story, which is actually quite funny because on my free-to-play account I went through it the other day and I completed all of the the first set of stories. So they're making it, I'm guessing, easier for the 6th year. I probably should have waited, but it is what it is. Right, we have some hero growth difficulty improvements, 6-year anniversary comic cards, so we're gonna get to see what that's all about. New future pass, uniform collection, other information, in game fixes, and then we have the maintenance rewards down here. It's pretty much the same as it always is. So let's take a look at the 420 patch notes because it is quite lengthy. There's a lot to go through. So first and foremost, okay, so new hero, a new tier 3 native, the Lord of the Underworld, will help our agents in the battle with his powerful magic. Also, the screen has been improved to be able to check the information of the hero skills that change. And as such, Mephisto's transformation, which, like I told you guys, looking at his World Boss Legend, I figured he would be a transforming character, and these guys actually delivered on that. And when I seen those arrows on the stream today, I was like, yeah, that's probably what it's gonna be. They're gonna show you what each skill will transform into, and lo and behold, that's exactly what it is. So let's actually pop this up, and as you can see right here, level 6 Dark Awakening applies to enemies, 35% burn damage. That looks like it's the same regardless of which version of the skill it is. However, he gets invincibility, and he increases damage dealt to supervillain by 30%. The effect cannot be removed, so that's very important. So like if they have the ability to cleanse, or if it's the purifying wind that hits you in World Boss Ultimate or World Boss Legend, it won't strip you of this buff. So once you activate this skill, which is, I believe, his 3rd skill, you never have to press it again because it lasts for 600 seconds. And every fight in this game, the longest time that it goes for is about, what, 5 minutes? I believe Alliance Battle Normal is the only thing that goes past 5 minutes. I believe it goes up to 10 minutes, but who's in there playing Alliance Battle Normal for 10 whole minutes? No one, right? So there's never going to be a point where you need to press this skill more than once unless it's on accident. So for World Boss Ultimate, you're basically, I guess, gonna leave it like it is, right? I guess you'll press it once to activate it. We'll see. Yeah, I believe you press it once to activate it. No, I believe you leave him like he is because he comes in the fiend form, I believe. So this is gonna be what it normally is, and then you press it, and then it activates this transformation, and then he does 30% more damage to superheroes. So like if you're going up against Scarlet Witch, you're going up against Quicksilver or Cable, that would be the only time you need to press this. So he transforms, so he does more damage to war bosses or war boss legends that are of the hero variety. You may not see much value in this right now because most of the legends, well, right now the only legends are villains, right? Null and Mephisto, and most of the war bosses are actually super villains. But later on, who knows? Maybe we'll get an Eternal that's a hero, that's a war boss legend, and then you'll just need to transform so you can do 30% more damage to him. You never know, right? So that's pretty cool. Love the transforming mechanic, by the way. Let's actually pull this up so we can take a closer look. All right, so we're making everything nice and bold here. So he's a blast super villain male, and you get him at 1 star with 10 bios, so 2 days of playing Mephisto. So make sure you do not play World Boss Legend until the update happens. Then you go in and then you can start getting bios, so it only will take you like a day, right, to unlock Mephisto. So don't play after reset today, otherwise you're gonna set yourself back a day. What is his leadership? Let us find out. So soul contract leadership removes all debuffs for 11 seconds and increases fire damage by 30%. Applies to all villains. I hope this is level 1 because I would like a 60%, right? 60% would be nice. 30% kind of like, yikes, bro, yikes. Man, maybe not, but like, come on, they could have did 60 for him. So it revives 90% of his HP when he dies. That's fine. And then we have Rage of the Pit. It says gains demonized devil effect upon starting. Increases skill damage by 35%. Increases bonus damage by 30%. Decrease damage received from reflect by 70%. And then effect reflect all attacks. Decrease all damage received by 40%. It's actually really good for PvP. It's like they're basically making him to be I guess a blast version of like Molecule Man, kind of, in a way, or at least making him so that he can't kill himself via Silver Surfer, because one of the only ways to deal with Silver Surfer effectively is to hide in iframes and hope your skills do enough damage to kill him before you come out of the iframe, or just like tank through it with a lot of HP on your sentry, right? Because Surfer just does so much damage off the reflect, but they're basically stacking Mephisto so that Surfer can't just body him. Because if Mephisto comes and you take him into PvP and an old character like Silver Surfer just washes him, people not gonna be too happy about that. But anyways, let's jump into the rest of the kit. Alright, so we have Hellfire Pillar, and this skill can remove active buffs. Would be better if it was all buffs, but it's fine. And when skill Dark Awakening is used, it does 70% more damage. I guess they're highlighting this because the damage multiplier goes up a little bit when you use the Dark Awakening, or is it only this one? It's interesting that they highlighted these specific pieces of like text. Right down here, I get the whole Dark Awakening needs to be used to get this portion of the skill, I guess. I'm gonna have to find out. Okay, so he has iframe ignore, which is good. You should have a lot of iframe ignore actually, because in his World Boss Legend stage, it feels like everything ignores iframe. Okay, so incapacitation, paralysis, that works against world bosses, so that's good. And then he has invincibility. Okay, so this is the Dark Awakening effect, the transforming mechanic. Okay, so right away the skill just gives you extra damage to superhero, and then when you use it, you switch over to supervillain. So if you're just using him in PvE, then you just press it once and then you just go to villain mode and then you just kill everything. And if you're just using him in PvP, you just leave him as is, because Sentry, Jean Grey, Silver Surfer, they know the meta, so they coded him this way. Interesting. Burning Nightmare. Okay, defense down 50%, 70% chance to penetrate. Okay, everything basically. No ignore iframe on this skill though. Ooh, okay. So when he's awakened, his defense down goes up a little bit more, and so does his attack and defense. Nice. Okay, so I do think that a lot of this purple text that they're highlighting has something to do with him transforming, right? Because otherwise, why highlight it separately from the rest of the text? Okay, let's move on. Mind control, and then more damage reduction, and then accumulation. Ooh, okay. Wait, he has the Jean Grey accumulation. Accumulates 120% of true damage that regardless of true damage accumulation cannot exceed 50% of HP for 5 seconds. Recovers 3% of HP. So this is Jean Grey's third skill, or at least that's the third skill on the X-Men Red uniform, I believe, because that's the one I use the most. So this is not accumulation to do damage, this is accumulation to heal. Okay, so oh yeah, okay, so they gave him Jean Grey's accumulation. So basically this is for PvP, but obviously you can use it in PvE, right? It's completely up to you, but this is to give him maximum survivability. So when you hit this 5th skill, he's gonna heal like a mother trucker, right? And then when he's like awakened and you hit this, he's just gonna do a ton of damage. That's really cool. I really like this. This kid is so unique. It really feels like 2 characters in one. So I gotta salute them for that. I really gotta salute them for that. I like it. I like this. So the transform is more than just like a visual thing, right? That's really cool, man. I like that. Let me close this and go back to the other page. Okay. So let's close that as well. I really like Mephisto. I like his kid. There's so much in there. Okay, so Mephisto's active 3rd skill is a basic skill that is applied by the demonize/devil effect. Therefore, Mephisto transform when using the 3rd skill, and the supervillain damage is applied. If Mephisto uses the 3rd skill again, he cancels the transformation and the superhero damage is applied. So please note that the description in Mephisto's skill screen above of the table is the same. Okay. Whew, boys, I'm happy with that. I am happy with what I just saw. All right, so Iron Man, ladies and gentlemen, we have to talk about this. So first and foremost, the price on these uniforms looking kind of nice, you know. Usually it's $10.50, right? So something going on here with these uniforms. The price, what's the price? The price looking nice. Anyways, so let's see. By the way, he's villain now. Okay, keep in mind, Iron Man villain now. Okay, changes the skill effect of precision aim and evasive maneuver. I believe that was the same as his old uniform. This is new though. Increases damage dealt to enemies, all enemies, right, with 30% or lower HP by 200%. This, I wish it was 50%. So when your enemies are low on HP, they're about to die, Iron Man just gets like 200% stronger. I feel like this is good for War Boss Legend, especially Null. Like on that last part of the fight when Null is like charging up to basically kill all your heroes, I think around then he's less than 30% HP, right? So Iron Man would just start snapping. That's really cool. That's really cool. But until they get low on HP, it doesn't do much for you. It's okay though. Critical damage, okay, dodge rate increase, energy attack, okay. I like the dodge though. I wish it was guaranteed dodge. Oh, he gets guaranteed. Okay, buddy. Now we talking. So 50% more crit damage and then 33% dodge. I like that. So they took away the whole HP shield thing and they gave him guaranteed dodge. That's nice. Skill damage and bonus damage looking nice too. 30% ignore defense is lame. Ignore dodge would have been better, but it's okay, I guess. I don't know, this is so new. This is like for noobs, bro. Like especially now with your cards, like yikes, bro, that's lame. Anyways, accumulation, okay, that's okay. Let's See what else they added onto this uniform. Shame he doesn't get a new tier 3. Okay, so 1 skill is lame, 2 skill is meh, 3 skill immunity and 30% all attack. I like that. I like that a lot. He can heal. I like that. It's a shame he's losing that buff that he had on his endgame uniform that gave him more damage towards supervillains. It's a shame. I think he should have kept that. But overall, the uniform looking good, especially for the price. $875. Did they really drop it down this low? Even though they gave him a substantial boost? I am surprised. That's a nice anniversary gift. Thank you, Netmarble. Thank you. I will take that. I will take that. I think Professor X for $875. That's a good look, because it doesn't look like y'all really went to town with the Professor. All right, so Professor is still a hero, boys. Baldy, Mr. Clean out here, still cleaning up. Anyway, so increased mind damage by 10%. That's the uniform effect. Yikes, bro. Yikes. They could have did 50% and it still wouldn't be enough, because Professor is just supposed to be so OP. Like, he's not a weak character by any means. He didn't need an upgrade, but for him to be getting a uniform, like, come on, man, they should have did more. Come on now, especially since this is like one of his most iconic looks. Like, you think I think they know this one is just gonna print money, so they didn't need to do much for it. I think that's what it is, right? 25. This could have been like 50, right? That could have been 50, because Professor X already had something. There are no changes in the effect except for the cooldown time. What was this, like 18 seconds? It's interesting that they even put a text here that says there's nothing. Interesting. Okay, you can move with the V-pad. That's the same. This is the same skill, right? Even the accumulation, everything seems to be the same here. It's a small upgrade for him. Since he's getting a uniform, like, and it's his first uniform, it's always like an upgrade for sure. It's still not what I would like to see them do, where they're just basically copy pasting and doing as little as they can just because they know a uniform is gonna print money. But like, it's not bad. It could be worse. At least they acknowledge that, listen, this isn't the best uniform. There we go. So at least they understood that this isn't the biggest upgrade, so like we can't charge full price for it, and I would like to see them do this more in the future. All right, so Mr. Fantastic uniform bonus, the 35% all attack is the same as it was before, and they're basically just adding the changes to the skills here: shock absorption and elastic skin. Oh yeah, so this one was physical damage. This one is staying pretty similar to what it was before. Yeah, this was physical, now it's all damage. Okay, so tier 2 passive is very similar to what it was. They just basically added a little bit of skill damage and bonus damage to it. Before, he didn't have skill damage and bonus damage. Okay, so 1 skill is pretty lame. 2 skill paralysis doesn't work in World Boss, so that's nothing to write home about. Stun, 3rd skill, that's kind of lame. They robbed us on the 3rd skill, boys, because the old 3rd skill, the rubber drill, had accumulation based on damage taken. They took it off completely. It's kind of sad. Mr. Fantastic was pretty unique because he was one of the only characters in the game that had 2 types of accumulation: damage taken and damage dealt. On his tier 3, it's damage dealt. On his 3rd skill, it was damage taken, so they robbed him on that. And then as for his 4th skill here, they basically increased the all attack and everything by like 10%, which I don't think makes up for the accumulation that they robbed them of. And then, big yikes, no heal. Really? You guys could have given him a heal, man. Like, that sucks. 25% all attack on the 5th skill. He didn't have that before. I don't think this is gonna be enough, personally, like to push him over the edge. Like, he was already decent. Sad. Not even a heal. At least I would have traded the accumulation for a heal, buddy. Yikes. All right, let's see what they do for Ben. All right, so basically Ben is giving himself more all attack, all defense, and all speed. via his uniform bonus. Before, he was only giving the team more HP. So it seems like they realized that he was lacking a lot of attack himself, and they went ahead and actually gave him 30% all attack, which is pretty good. More defense is decent as well, right? So we'll see how he ends up being. But as for his tier 2 passive, the Family Man, before he had 40% all attack, he was decreasing the effect of reflect damage by 50%, and then he was giving super armor and 5% all defense. So they did buff it, 25% all defense. He still gives super armor, and he increases the damage dealt to boss type by 25%. So this is very similar to what Dazzler has, only she gives way more. But Ben gives defense and offense. So this is actually pretty good. So it looks like he's still gonna remain as one of the best supports for Mr. Fantastic, especially since most of the other supports can't be used in World Boss Legend yet. Okay, so wanna taste rock. That's just fracture, and chance to miss, dodge rate, immunity, 60% all attack. And then moving on, I still don't see him as a major DPS. Okay, so he gets a heal. He has invisibility. Before, I don't think Ben could heal. No, he did not have a heal before. So this is actually something new to that fourth skill. Before, he could not heal. He still had the invisibility, but before he could not heal. So that's actually pretty important there for those of you guys who actually like my guy Ben Grimm. So unlike Slim Jim, Big Ben can actually heal, and that's good. That's a good look. Let's see what the human touch is rocking with. All right, so as for Johnny, here's Johnny. Right, they buffed his fire damage by 25%. Before it was at 20, now it's at 45, so that's actually really good. Now flame on, yikes, nobody even cares about fire resistance leadership. Why would I? Sorry, even though Mephisto, you know, you can lower the damage he deals to you by using more fire resistance leadership or having more fire resistance on your card and stuff, but like, come on now, why would I take 50% fire resist over 50% all attack? Come on, even if I was brain dead, I wouldn't do that. But let's move on. Fire with fire, critical rate, 50% dodge rate, and 80% chance to be immune to fire. Okay, so they added the 15% critical rate, and that's pretty much it. Okay, first skill, paralysis, which doesn't matter because it doesn't apply on World Boss Ultimate or Legend. Okay, he's immune to damage on his third skill. That's always been the case from day one, but they removed the defense down that was here, and before, this skill could be channeled forever. So they gave him an attack proc. Before, it was 10% energy attack for 4 seconds. Now it's a 100% damage increase for 6 seconds. Interesting. I wonder if it's the exact same animation. That will need to be tested, boys. I don't know if I can judge that skill like too harshly for now. Paralysis on the fourth skill, that was not there before. 3 seconds too, which is actually pretty decent. Incapacitation, that's okay, I guess. And defense down on his fifth skill, I believe that was always there but hidden. The HP buff, or HP heal rather, was always there. He had a 25% attack buff here, all attack buff, and that is now gone. So I don't know how I feel about that, right? They basically took off 2 attack buffs off of this man. He had, well, this one I guess they just replaced. Maybe this makes up for the one that he lost, so let's say that balanced out. But they still took off something off here. Well, I guess they gave him a 100% damage proc here that could potentially make up for the 25% attack boost that he's missing from down here for what was it, 10 seconds? Yeah, we gonna need to do some testing with the old uniform and new uniform. Good thing for me, I have a lot of bios sitting around for these guys, so Testing will be done, boys. Testing will be done. All right, so when it comes to Sue, they basically gave her 20% guaranteed dodge on her uniform bonus, and then they changed a couple skills. So let's see what all they changed. So for her leadership, I believe this was always the case. Let me just double check. Oh no, this is actually very important. They actually changed it so that she removes all debuffs when they're debuffed and immune to debuffs for 12 seconds. This is actually really good. This is actually really good considering we don't have too many of these leaderships in the game, and before this was mind resistance. Wow, I barely ever use Sue Storm, and like when I use her, like I wasn't ever using her as a leadership, so I completely forgot that she had a mind damage or mind immunity or mind resist leadership until just now. Thank goodness they replaced that. This is actually pretty good. You can use this for like conquest, or you can use it for timeline if you want to. So that's pretty good. For tier 1 passive, let's see, that is still remaining the same. One hit. Yep, one hit for 2 seconds, and yeah, I'm looking at it on my phone right now. It's exactly the same. Whereas her tier 2, okay, grants her one hit, 75. Yeah. All right, so same as it was before, pretty much. Let's move on. Psionic Fields, guaranteed crit, bonus damage, skill damage, all that looks the same. Woo! Wow. Damage reduction 45% as well. I am pretty certain she never had that. No sir, no sir, no sir. So that is actually massive for Invisible Woman. She wasn't like a fragile character before, but golly, 45% damage reduction for 7 seconds on a 12-second cooldown. That's pretty damn good, right? Wow. So when the invisibility buff is active as well, so it's like once her 4-star passive kicks in, right, then she pops off. Damn, she could actually do work in PvP. Like even with the white suit that she has now, she could do work, but like now even more so she could do work. So she still gets to keep her charm, you know, because she finessing. And then wow, she gets a heal. Yo, what's going on? So everybody gets a heal except Mr. Fantastic. Johnny has a heal built in, Ben has a heal, and now Sue has a heal. What the heck is going on, boys? Before she could only heal herself through her charm, but now she can heal herself, which makes her a good character to use in World Boss Legend now, because she can heal herself every 7 seconds, and that's a 40% attack buff as well. Bro, before that was 25-25, now it's 40-40-40. That's 30, bro. Wow, that's actually really good. Paralysis, did she have paralysis before? I don't know, she didn't, or at least it wasn't listed. Yo, Sue popping off, boys. She doesn't have accumulation, right? She doesn't have accumulation, which is a big thing for World Boss Legend. But damn, boys, these upgrades are actually fire. Considering the fact that it's copy paste, they gave her more than I thought, and the price for these uniforms are actually good. So this has been lengthy, so I'm gonna separate this patch note into 2 parts. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on the uniforms, like a little overview here, and then we're gonna check out their awaken skill, and then we'll take a look at the rest of the patch notes in a follow-up video. So let's take a look. So all the people from the Dark Dimension, or like could be related to the Dark Dimension, or like Hell or Mephisto, etc., right, they're all getting their potential unlocked, right? So Robbie Reyes, what's his name, Mordo, Caecilius, Satana, Clea, you can get them to level 70 if you want to. I wouldn't be in a rush to do so. Let's see what this man is saying with his tier 3. Let's get it nice and close. So Soul Fatality, Mortal Kombat. Okay, let me stop, I had to do it. So deals burn damage, incapacitation, defense down, stacks up to 70%. That's actually pretty damn good. He heals himself. So like, honestly, Mephisto is definitely gonna be a force to be reckoned with, boys. Like, he has so many ways to heal himself. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Yeah, he's gonna be like a character that you can use for whatever you want. The attack buff here isn't the biggest. The ignore dodge is 70%. Penetration is good. Like, overall, top to bottom, I'm happy with Mephisto. Like, on paper, I'm happy with him. On paper, having the accumulation based on damage dealt, and then having accumulation based on how much HP he loses, like the Jean Grey accumulation is nuts, boys. It's actually nuts. So salute to them for that. Jeez. And the skill ain't bad to look at either. It's just like we've seen him do this transformation so often in World Boss Legend that it doesn't hit the same way, but hopefully the damage is there and it just hits, you know. All right, so we're just gonna glance over this really quickly and see if they're all the same. 60% defense down, crit rate, crit damage, ignore dodge, removes all debuffs, accumulation. Okay, so this is where they get their accumulation, eh? Oh, Ben doesn't get accumulation. Oh, that's nasty. You bums. Johnny get accumulation. Ben just gets 50%. Oh my gosh. Shafted. Wow. The big guy just got shafted. Wow, Sue doesn't get accumulation either. Yikes. So it looks like Johnny is probably gonna be like, here's Johnny. Okay, Johnny's probably gonna be the one that gets the snapping and doing insane damage. I guess the other two probably gonna be relegated to the support role. She has the PvP leadership, and then she can probably pop off in like conquest and stuff. Ben, my guy, we're gonna have to see what you can do. Okay, I thought I was thinking good thoughts, thinking good things when I seen accumulation for Johnny, but it's one of those times when I wanted everything to be copy paste and it just wasn't. But in terms of the skill animation, it looks okay. It looks okay. I wonder who does the most damage and where you will be able to like cancel out of it. I can't say looking at these images. I really can't. We'll have to test it out and see. So we're gonna end part 1 here, boys. Stay tuned. We'll go over the rest of the patch notes. Like I said, these are long patch notes, and I did want to look at the characters in depth because I know a lot of you guys are not feeling too hype about this update and you're planning to skip over uniforms and stuff. But considering that they're putting them on sale for 875 crystals, almost 200 crystals cheaper than they normally are, I didn't want to like just skim over them and not share my thoughts in depth, just in case day one, you know, maybe you want to pick one up. Maybe up to you, but I will be buying them all and testing them extensively, so you can look forward to content to help you decide. Catch you guys in a bit. Peace.